welcome
Hi.
to episode 28
28.
of Preparing to Podcast. Coming to you live from Studio Chuck. I, as always, Ted Morris, joined by the lovely and talented Chuck Byrne, everyone. Yay.
I always wait for what adjectives are coming, and because you always have that tiny little pause to create fear in my stomach.
Yeah,
it's
drama.
wonderful.
Drama.
It's
yeah.
wonderful.
If you were looking for the Jonas Brothers podcast, this is not it.
This is not.
But we got to podcasting before the Jonas Brothers did. So,
are you sure about that, though?
yeah, they only just started, according to all the ads on all the other podcasts I listen to.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, that's the thing.
Started.
I think the podcast medium should be left to
rank amateurs,
moderately professional stand-up comedians.
Yes.
This should be our sideline.
Yeah, get out of here, celebrities.
You don't want us working in your restaurants. No. You don't want us doing construction on the side. No, let us do our podcast.
Yeah, let us talk. That's what we do.
Exactly. Talk and comment on the issues of the day.
Because everyone wants our opinions.
Well, because the Jonas Brothers podcast, do you think you're ever going to get anything out of a Jonas Brother that hasn't run through 15 media screening?
Maybe.
Don't offend anybody.
Maybe.
Filters? Really?
If it's that third Jonas brother that no one quite remembers the name of?
No, I think
there's a surprising number of recipes on that podcast.
Anyone that has the kind of backing that when you launch your podcast on episode 1, everybody knows about it already, that's not a podcast in my opinion. That is a network show with no budget.
That's Canadian television. Is that what you're saying? That's Canadian
kind
TV,
of.
but with celebrities?
Well, no, but if we were going to do a Canadian television show podcast,
we'd be forced to have Jerry D on.
Well, we'd both be on the same mic.
Probably.
We'd both be on the same mic.
There'd be one bare light bulb.
I don't know. Lighting is the biggest issue in Canadian television.
Well, the only reason it would get made is because of my inherent wonderful gayness, because they'd be like, 2 white dudes, we can't, there's no way, people are going to complain.
Oh yeah,
We're
I know.
like, oh, one of them's
yeah, you being gay it's
really saving stuff.
It makes me ethnic.
Yeah, and
it's wonderful.
I will continue to pretend to be gay as long as it helps.
Well,
I'm pretty sure it's not helping, but I'm committed to the bit.
If this is pretending, I gotta say, you got the part.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got the part.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do. It is funny when I get like auditions and they're like, we want someone like LGBT. And I'm like, okay. We're like, are you thinking of me though? Is that who you're thinking of? Or are you thinking of someone with a little more sugar in the tank?
Oh, you're someone who visually... What do you mean sugar in the tank?
Just,
more flamboyant?
Yeah.
Is that what you're...
Yeah, like flamingos.
Oh, okay.
A flamboyance of flamingos. Isn't that the collective noun for flamingos? Flamboyance?
What, a flamboyance of flamingos, like a murder of crows?
Yeah.
That would make sense. I still imagine it's probably a flock of flamingos.
No,
because
I think it's flamboyance.
It's a flamboyance of flamingos? Yeah. All right. Well, there's something.
It is now.
There's something I'd really like to get into.
We'll look that up for next week. We'll bring back the very popular We Should Look That Up segment.
We should.
People have been clamoring for it.
People have been clamoring. I will say I'm...
like, you guys have been just wallowing in your ignorance.
I'm using a mug that was a gift from a friend of mine, speaking of, our feedback and whatever, but my friend Val, shout out to Val. She listens to the show in her car.
Hi, Val. Don't crash.
Yeah, that was the thing. She said we were talking about Winnipeg and kind of making fun of Winnipeg, and she found it so delightful she almost crashed her car.
Oh wow!
It's high praise.
High praise.
High praise. So
you're welcome, Val.
If we sharpen our jokes and get a little tighter with the format, we might be able to kill somebody.
I hope so.
I would hope so too.
But not Val. We not a fan.
No,
not a listener. No. We can't murder off our only listener.
One of our listeners, not my listeners, one of our listeners, to be distracted while driving.
Perfect.
Right? Create an accident, but survive the accident. Everybody else who wasn't listening to the podcast, obviously, is going.
Hey, there's a bee in your car. Watch out for that bee.
Have you ever had a bee in your car?
Yeah, it's terrifying.
I have. I had. I was driving. Everything. Almost all of my car stories are. So I'm on my way to a gig.
And there's a bee.
But I always drive with the window open. winter, summer, whatever.
You're a maverick.
Regardless of temperature. And part of it is because I smoke. Part of it is just an inherent fresh air thing. It also means...
Which is ironic.
Yeah, very ironic. But it also means that I'm somewhat deaf in the car because I always have the going on one side of me.
Beautiful.
But yeah, I had the bee fly in that window gap in the front of it, hit me in the head, and initially it was just this because bees got size to it. When it's
kind
traveling.
of bee? Like a bumblebee? Or?
It was a big bumblebee.
Okay, all right.
And it hit me in the head, and then I didn't know what it was.
Did you panic?
I'm still no, because it could have been anything,
Could
right?
have been anything.
It was, it wasn't big enough. A June bug could have killed me.
The hand of God just tapping you.
But then it started like it was like chilling out in the back seat, like what the hell was that?
How am I moving so fast?
It came to and started flying around the inside, and then I had to like pull over on the highway, open all the doors, and just run away from my car.
Okay. Did you scream?
No, I was
it
alone.
like It's
I
you
was
only
alone.
scream if there's.
I only scream if there's other people there to alert.
Fair enough.
Otherwise, there's no point.
You're
Why are you
just-
screaming?
Just quietly panic. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe scare the bee away.
No. The bee's not interested in your
There
conversation.
was a huge bee emergency
bee emergency.
in Texas. Did you see that thing with like
No. What's going on in
some
Texas?
I don't know, some truck full of bees. You know how it is.
You know how it is.
You know how it is. Like
I've
crashed, and then they had to like warn everyone. It's like, oh, don't go outside. And if you're a flower, enjoy being pollinated because we got millions of extra bees right now.
Really?
Most of them died. It was very sad.
I have
Very
seen a truckload
tragedy.
of bees before because traveling out west,
Yes.
when I was doing Still Standing, we went to a farm and there was there's like people
Bees,
have that
man?
as bees is a business where like you travel
Business.
with your giant truckload of
Yeah.
bees. You travel from farm to farm to farm, pollinating everybody's farms for them.
With your European honeybees.
Is that what they are? They're specialty European bees?
Yeah, because everyone's like, bees, man, bees. But apparently bees are stealing all our jobs of all the native pollinators.
The foreign bees?
Goddamn colonialist bees.
Well, I remember in the, what was it the 80s, the 90s, when the
knows?
Africanized killer bees?
Yeah.
That was, you gotta love America.
Racist bees.
Because they really know how to get racism into absolutely anything. Right? Africanized. Bees. What does that mean? They're like, they can pollinate cactus?
I don't know. Every now and then there's a
I would think
drought and a famine.
What's
and someone
interesting
sings a
is-
song for you.
if you actually knew anything about the world, Australianized bees would be much more terrifying than Africanized.
They would pick you up. They would
Yeah.
pick you up and carry you away and then sting you in a back alley.
Yeah, and drink all your beer. Yeah. I might.
I might.
I will say the
Arr, nar,
the Aussies.
bees.
I don't know if you saw the clip of the
Australian
Australian
chanting.
soccer fans. Yeah,
Yeah.
they were like,
Aussie boys are on a bender. Donald Trump is a sex offender.
yeah,
Catchy.
it is.
Catchy
What people
tunes.
don't understand is sometimes simple is best.
Yeah.
Right. Just get right to the point. We're on a bender. Donald Trump is a sex offender.
Yeah, these two things rhyme and are both true.
And don't complicate it with a third line. Just there's
No.
your two lines. That's your chant. There you go. And away you go into America wandering about.
It's fun. I also enjoyed my favorite thing about the World Cup is the Scottish fans leaving traffic cones on every statue that they come across.
Oh, they're just putting
because
them on
that's
their
apparently
heads.
a thing. Yeah. So like
Yeah.
Boston, just like there we go. All right.
What
Look at all these former slave traders with.
the story that I heard out of Boston was that various pubs, they were drinking pubs dry.
Yeah.
The Scottish fans were drinking pubs dry, which I thought, someone who comes from both Scottish and Irish heritage. So this story kind of really was right in my strike zone. Was for an Irish town like Boston, for the Scots to roll in and start drinking so much that you're running out of booze. As an Irishman, you should be totally fucking ashamed of yourself.
Well, that's when you realize that they're fake Irish and they just
They're
sound
not real
weird.
Irish?
No. Because you talk to
Oh.
someone from Ireland, they're like, what are they doing with
That might fire
Ireland?
up the common
Ireland
sense.
looks at
That
us
when
we do like St. Patrick's Day, and they're like, what are you doing?
Yeah, in the same way that France
What are
looks
you
at
doing?
Quebec and are like,
Are you all hillbillies? Why do you talk like that?
Yeah, that's the same. It's like, I'm sure the people speaking the proper King's English in England look at Arkansas, or to not just put it on the states, North Bay, or
all right, don't come for the North Bay accent.
Alberta.
That is a sweet accent.
Well, the North Bay accent, I don't know if it's so much as an accent as it is just simple vocabulary.
Vocabulary for simple people.
Peppered with fucks and buddy.
Yeah.
Fucking buddy.
Oh, buddy. Oh, fuck, buddy.
Buddy, man. Oh, fuck, bud. Oh, bud. Good times, eh? Yeah. For some reason, that just makes me want to go into the woods and drink 24 beers for no particular reason at all. Fair enough. Just even talking like that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but the World Cup. Well, by the time this gets to market, we will have played the knockout game. The knockout game is on Sunday. The show gets released on Monday.
Exciting.
So, either hooray!
Hooray!
See you in 4 years, everybody.
Darn, we'll get you next time.
We'll get you next
Oh, gosh,
time.
darn.
I don't know enough about... I know that we don't have a deep, rich history of victory at the World Cup.
No, we don't have a deep, rich history of playing soccer, so that's not surprising.
Well, it has. We're what, one generation really, maybe two generations of people kind of playing soccer. I think of Toronto, like when I lived in Vancouver. We had the Vancouver Whitecaps as a soccer team.
Okay.
That was the Whitecaps. Is the little, when a wave goes over the top and it has the white foam.
Sure.
It's called a Whitecap.
Yes. I was worried because everything can and probably is a little bit racist, depending on when that team got its name.
It's interesting because
it was from the 1920s. We used to have a Chinaman, and we used to put a little white cap on him. Why is that racist now? I don't understand. It was fine in the day. None of them ever complained.
My grandfather used to use the
Chinaman.
Used to say the Chinaman, and that's
the Chinaman.
He
like there's only one. Just that guy.
Well, or that Chinaman, but it wasn't Chinaman. When my grandfather said it was my mom's dad, just because I don't want my dad's dad spitting in his grave. Like, hey, what the hell? I was a nice guy. Because my dad's dad was a very nice guy. But my mom's dad was much more of an entitled white guy who never worked a day in his life. Because his father had done very well exploiting.
He was a king.
Yeah, his father had done very well exploiting the local populace.
Smart.
Yeah. Chopping down trees and cashing checks, that kind of thing. But he used to actually say the Chinaman, and I don't think it never had to me, like it wasn't a hateful statement the way he said it. It was that.
I think we're gonna have to get that Chinaman's opinion on that rather than yours.
Well, he wouldn't say it to the guy's face, but he said it. It was like his way of police describing everybody he didn't know their name. Right? Well, that guy's the Chinaman. He sells me cigarettes, and then there's he would have, I don't know, he would have just said I don't know if he would have said East Indian. He probably would have said Packy.
Was it the 80s?
Well, yeah, this would have been the 70s.
70s, 80s, yeah.
And
that was a hot slur in the 70s and 80s.
Well, also, like, where I grew up in Western Canada, I don't know in the 70s and 80s if we understood how different someone like Pakistanis would be from Indians.
We're just getting used to you having your own country.
Well, I think we're still getting used to the fact that there's more than one type of brown people, because we had just gotten used to the local brown people, the Aboriginal people, right? We had rounded them up, shipped them off to Catholic school, built ourselves a railroad, everything was running smooth as silk, and then all of a sudden all these other brown people start showing up.
These guys come in.
Very confusing.
They're part of the Commonwealth. What?
They are part of the Commonwealth.
And then they come in here? No. This is only supposed to be one way.
Yeah. Turns out...
That's my favorite thing about colonialism.
What?
You can't pretend... Well, it'll be like, no, we're all just part of the same big happy family. It's like, oh, okay, so we can come to your place? No. We didn't want you to come over to our place. No, I thought we were one big happy family. No. We go to your place, we exploit you, and then you stay there. And then we go back home.
Yeah.
And then like a couple of you guys come over because we like your food. It's very delicious.
Well, and we're also
food is gross.
We're also going to need some people to explain all of the stuff in our museum.
Yeah.
If you can explain the cultural significance of the thing that we stole.
Yeah, what
from
is
your
this? Oh,
country.
this is Gary's. This is from.
Yeah.
We think this is from Gary's living room. Gary, why don't you tell us about this?
Well, of course, these are the bones of my ancestors,
This is
yes, which you dug up and stole from us.
tremendously offensive. I hope that the curse is real.
The British Museum, should be ground zero for the end of days. I would
It
think.
is. I mean, it's so funny being like everything here is. Like, you should not call it the British Museum.
That's the
for
big
one.
one. The fact that it's called
Just
the British
don't-
Museum is in the same way that a barn containing all the things you stole your entire life
Yeah.
is like Gary's Museum
Gary's Museum of stuff I took.
of stuff I took from you and your people.
It's the justification. They're like, well, if we'd left all this stuff in the Parthenon, it would have been blown up because those Greeks can't be trusted to take care of anything. It was all run down when we got there. Did you see? It was in ruins.
was in
We
ruins.
just took the nicest bits and put them somewhere British.
I wonder in with everything that's going on with America, if there's a part of the world that hasn't been plundered yet, that's going to get plundered.
Well, they keep finding new, like with new imaging, they're finding more exciting stuff in South America. They're like, oh, there was another huge. Look at this pyramid covered in jungle. Oh, look at this one covered in jungle.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's all kinds of fun new stuff that they're
More because there's the Aztecs,
Mayans,
Mayans.
Southern Mayans, Northern
There's
Aztecs. I probably should know more than those. I'm sure there's more than just
West
those two.
Coast Caballeros.
West Coast, my Aztecs. You know.
My Aztecs. You're just making shit up at
Yeah,
this
yeah,
point.
yeah. This,
that's fine.
I'm just having fun playing in my ignorance.
The pyramid thing I do find fascinating, that on two different sides of the planet people were making pyramids.
Yeah, we love pyramids.
Was it at the same time? No. So it was thousands of years
Thousands
apart?
of years, yeah.
Thousands of years apart,
Yeah.
but they couldn't have known
No,
about
people just
each
like,
other.
because they're like, oh, it must be aliens. I'm like, or hear me out. Maybe everyone just likes pyramids. Maybe there's pyramids all around the world because they were all made by people, and people have the same ideas.
Well, I
and they're
also
like, let's
think
make a pyramid.
if
This
you're
seems
gonna
like a
make
stable
If
structure.
you're going to make a large structure, it does seem to me that the pyramid is the most simple large structure you could make.
If you want to make something pointy, good times.
Well, if you want
I
to
don't
make
want a flat
you want to
roof.
make something that you don't like. If you don't have a lot of ladders or cranes or anything, you just keep stacking it up. Stacking it up. Right? You watch any kid with blocks. Pyramid, fundamentally, is pretty much every shape they make.
Yeah.
You can do the old stack. By the time you get to about 4 or 5 blocks, that's dangerous. Man.
It's so dangerous.
It's crazy. Yeah, and you're living in South America, so there's all sorts of monkeys and shit knocking stuff
Yeah.
over. Yeah.
Rude little monkeys. Oh,
Rude
God.
little monkeys.
Oh, don't get me started on how much I hate monkeys.
Now, who do you think, what country, if
Yes.
they win the World Cup, and I don't even know what countries are left in the World
I
Cup,
couldn't tell you the slightest thing about the World Cup.
but what country do you think would cause the largest street celebration in Toronto, outside of Canada winning the World Cup, which I don't think is going to happen?
Good question.
Yeah. What country? Because my thought would be Italy would be pretty big in Toronto.
Italy would be big. I'm basing
But
it
I also
purely
think,
on
like,
the
if-
honking from World Cups past.
But I also
The
think if
Portuguese seem very excited about.
the Portuguese are very excited, and
And
they're
we-
all
we
hopped up on that chicken.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good chicken.
It is good.
Yeah, when I was
chicken.
in Portugal, every little patch of dirt, there were kids playing soccer.
Yeah.
I love that game.
It's almost everywhere in the world.
Everywhere
That's
in the
game.
world. Yeah.
That's the game. Kicking things.
Yeah.
Just kicking something around. Makes sense. But I would think, like, I remember, I don't know, it would have been a few World Cups ago, but I remember Korea won their first game. And I happened to be living downtown at that time, and I wandered over to Yonge Street, and it was Honda Civics a go-go, just going nuts. A lot of tinted windows and purple lights underneath, and they were, yeah.
And all the sushi places are closed down.
Is that a Korean thing?
Yeah, all of our like 90% of the Japanese restaurants in Toronto are run by Koreans.
Really? And
Yeah.
they just rely on the fact that we can't tell.
Yeah, because they're like, well, they seem to like sushi, so I guess we'll make this until we can convince them that our food is equally tasty.
I don't think you're going to be able to convince me that kimchi is in any way
Tasty?
Well, something that you could tie a food revolution to, like sushi.
Yeah, but sushi's a meal. You're comparing a condiment to an entire delicious meal.
Yeah, but I also that's the only if you ask me to name Korean food, kimchi, and then I'm done talking. That's all I can name.
Bibimbap.
I'm just not familiar.
Well,
that's the thing.
Anytime one of my friends adopts a Korean food dog, I'm almost like, why did you not name it after Korean food?
A Korean food dog?
Yeah.
What's a Korean food dog?
Like a dog from Korea that was going to be food and then gets adopted out instead. It would be like someone stealing my cow. It'd be like, you know what? I'm going to adopt this cow so it doesn't get eaten by some Canadians.
I don't believe any of those fucking stories at all. Any of those rescued, I rescued this pet from... Somebody sold you a fucking bill of goods. They found this thing in a dumpster, and they told you,
give it a sad story.
Who's making up these backstories, or regardless, who's keeping track of a realistic backstory? Oh, this dog. Oh, this dog.
There's also
escaped.
not a lot of meat on these dogs.
It escaped from a mine.
I'm like, really? This is what we're eating? Which part of this dog are we eating? Because if I'm eating something like,
yeah, I would.
Where's the meat?
Well, I would think the dog is a food of opportunity or desperation.
No, I think it's just an option.
Is it?
Yeah, because it's the other white meat.
Yeah, but if you were eating dogs as just an option, if it was part of your food supply, people would be breeding dogs for food.
Yes.
Which means that Korean dogs would be like giant. They'd be like these giant meaty dogs. I would think. Right?
That would be my question.
And every time,
or maybe they just do proper breeding practices so we don't end up with mutant dogs.
When I think of a Korean dog, I don't think of a giant meaty dog. I think of a small puffy dog.
Yeah,
and that's just
they
going
hide
off
the deliciousness deep down inside.
It's just going off the fact that every time I've been to a house that has a dog where I'm required to take my shoes off, the dog is not a big dog. It's a tiny little dog.
Ishmael.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they just haven't ruined them like we ruined turkeys, because turkeys can no longer have natural sex because they're too big. We bred them with such gigantic breasts that they just fall off.
They just fall over.
Yeah.
But those are the food supply turkeys. They're still wild turkeys.
Still wild turkeys, getting it on in the woods.
Yeah, I saw wild turkeys
having sex.
No,
Gross.
I was
you should have walked away. How rude.
When I was doing a gig up by Ottawa a few weeks ago with Casey Corbett, I saw a number of wild turkeys, like, side of the road, wandering around.
Just living their turkey lives.
It was a first for me. I've seen all manner of wildlife from the
never a turkey.
Driver's seat of my car, but never a wild turkey.
Huh.
My car doesn't make it into the woods that far most of the time. We were on a pretty small road. That might have helped. We were on a small, low traffic road, and the turkeys probably don't like the larger highways.
Fair enough.
I'm generally rolling through.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Did we come to an answer? Portugal? Portugal seems like a good guess to me.
That's my guess.
The Portuguese would go crazy. But also keep in mind that if a country like Ghana won the World Cup, I think every African in Toronto would celebrate that as an African win.
Africa's not as united as you might think it is.
Really?
Yeah.
Even for the purposes of winning?
Yeah, I mean, if Nigeria won, the rest of Africa would be like, oh, Nigeria. Because nobody likes Nigeria.
Nobody likes Nigeria? No. Is it because they got oil money?
I don't know what it is. It's the funniest thing. But if you're in Africa and you want to pick a country to make fun of, if you're going to a gig and you're naming the small town near the small town you're doing the gig.
What's the town we all make fun of here?
It's what do we make fun of? So if you're in Africa and you want to make fun of an African country, make fun of Nigeria, because unless you're in Nigeria, you will get a lot of people on board.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it? Do you know anything why they don't like Nigeria? Is it
how much time do we have? I don't know if this can hold be.
Is it just that they're the big deal?
No, I don't know. That's just the reputation.
What about Kenya? How does Kenya do?
Kenya's fine.
That's where Obama's from.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or so I hear on the radio.
So I hear. I haven't. I've only been in the airport. I don't recommend.
You've only been to the airport?
Yeah.
What's the worst airport you've ever been to?
The worst airport?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been to some
kind of
I mean,
airports. I don't think of necessarily as a ramshackle airport to be a worse airport, right? Like when I go to the airport, if you go to the airport in smaller areas, like in the Caribbean, some of those airports.
Sure, I love a tiny little airport.
I love a tiny little airport. The worst airport I've ever been to, Moncton, New Brunswick, and the only reason it's the worst airport is twice I've been stranded overnight at the Moncton airport.
Boo. I will say I don't enjoy Moscow's airport. Sheremetyevo is...
I would be nervous at the Moscow airport just because I'd be nervous it'd be rife with authorities.
Well, as soon as you take off and you're in the air and you're like, like you just relax.
Just
you're like,
leave the Russia behind.
I think I'm good. Cairo was good because we had there would always be like a guy with us, like one of the Mohammeds that worked at the embassy would just like take all, like he would.
Oh, you got a guy
would just take all your stuff, and then he would disappear, and then you would go through like side doors and stuff.
When I was
great.
Traveling in Asia, I always found that that having that as an option, dude, to help, it's a nice. Viable option. Yeah. Like they're people heavy, so like there's always somebody around to be able to like guide you through town or do whatever, and yeah. That's one of the things. Having a local hookup is great when you're a traveler.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah. The problem is all the people who approach you and want to be your local guide.
Yeah. Don't talk to anyone unless you talk to them first. If anyone talks to you first, ignore them.
I would think
ignore them.
Yeah, I would think you'd want to find.
Although I did make I made friends with the waiter at my local shisha bar in Cairo because they had nothing to do.
What is a shisha bar?
Those like hookah pipes, like
smoking fruit.
With smoking fruit, yeah, apple or strawberry. I like the strawberry; it's delicious. Mm-hmm. But I was there every day, just eating hummus, playing backgammon, smoking shisha, because that's what you do.
Because that's what you do.
And made friends with the guy, and he's like, they invited me to a wedding. He took me to where they make all the papyrus that they sell to the tourists, and we bought stuff for like 1/10 of the price, and he took us to the camel market.
I do like the local who wants to show you their like.
But we built up a relationship, so it wasn't just like a random dude. It was
It
was a random dude that I saw every day. Who would bring me tasty treats and things on fire.
Now, does that stuff get you high when you're smoking?
No, it's just makes a whole bunch of smoke.
What is because I like in Afghanistan, the entire Afghan army was smoking hash all day long.
Of course,
but
the home of hash.
And it's just like it's a cultural thing. Yeah. Like people just smoke hash all day long because I imagine it helps you forget that you're living in Afghanistan. How far out does that hash culture go? Like, do you know?
I do not know. I didn't
because I know nobody's drinking, but you can't really call yourself sober if I don't drink wine.
Or Kabul sober.
I'm just I've been puffing away at this hash softball I've got.
Yeah, it's like California sober. Like, well, no booze, but we do get high.
You chain smoke weed all day long.
Yeah, we chain smoke weed all day long, and a Xanny when I need it. When I'm stressed.
I don't trust the pills. All right. I never trust the pills. I just don't like them.
All right, fair enough.
I don't like them.
Don't look at me like I'm pushing pills on you.
I've had pills.
I'm not a pill pusher.
I've had to take pills where they're like, here's your problem. Here's the pill that's going to fix your problem. And then I took the pill, and it made the problem worse and gave me other problems. I've had that happen a couple of times, and I think I might be just at that particular place on the bell curve where... And the pill doesn't work for this guy.
Oh yeah, the pills sometimes make things a lot worse.
yeah. But nobody. I mean,
there's no pill that's like 100%, like zero side effects. That does exactly what it's supposed to do. That pill doesn't exist.
Yeah,
it does, except it's called a placebo. It is a sugar pill. It will do whatever you want it to do.
Well, unless you're diabetic, and then you're popping sugar pills all day. You just have to
believe. You just have to believe.
All of a sudden, they got to cut your toes off because you've been taking placebos.
Sweet potato toes.
Sweet potato toes.
Sorry, yeah. Wilma Fingertoo's toes look like sweet potatoes for a while. So
okay, so this story came up, which I thought was pretty interesting. Is that Mark Carney, the Prime Minister of Canada,
is he still the Prime Minister? Okay,
he's still the Prime Minister.
I'm very plugged in.
I think he's going to be for a while. To be honest with you, I don't think there's anybody who can
I mean, they tried to just transfer the fuck Trudeau stuff over to Carney, but I'm like,
well, this story kind of plays into
guy.
that.
He's not the same guy.
This story kind of plays into that because
this is now a conservative liberal.
yeah, he's about to announce plans for 24 Sussex Drive, which is like Canada's White House, the residence of the Prime Minister, but it hasn't been. It's been unlivable for like the last 10 years.
I mean,
it's so run down. The last renovation was done in like the 1950s. And this is one of those things that I think it's so great because Trudeau, when he came into power, had a pretty big mandate when he got first elected. He had a majority government. Yep. People were very much, it was pre-COVID. People were very excited about, a new generational shift.
Some young, fresh energy.
Young, fresh energy. But because the Conservatives have been running against him for like 10 years previous, they had all of this ammunition of like, fuck this guy, he's the worst fucking guy ever.
Check out this blackface.
Yeah, 2 minutes in the door, he's already kind of screwed. And so as a result, even though he was supposed to be living there, he lived there for a bit, but then like it was so run down and so terrible, he couldn't. But he also, because of like politically, it was just such a bad look to be like, okay, I'm going to spend $50 million redoing this place. I said, no, that's the problem. Is Canada's we don't have leaders that are willing to like, oh well, I'm just going to paint an American flag blue and we'll do whatever I want and I'll spend all the money and I'll build an arch and I'm planting maple trees and I'm doing all this stuff. In Canada, it's like, yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, you can't.
You're not going to spend your political capital renovating a building in Ottawa.
No.
But I think Carney's about to, because he can't live there. Any renovation is probably going to take 10 years to do. So he's finally in the safe position of, it isn't for me, it's for every other prime minister that comes along.
I'm doing it for the
afterwards.
good of the country.
Yeah. And then, because of the way our system works, in 20 years he might still be running the country if he does a good enough job. We have a long history of, if the guy is not completely screwing up.
Yeah, just let it roll. Well, I don't think I've driven past 24 Sussex Drive. I couldn't tell you what it looks like. I've been to the...
it's just one of those... It's a big stone house.
I've been to the Governor General's house.
Yeah.
For the...
Our actual leader?
The garden party that the Governor General throws.
You went to the garden party?
Every year, yep.
Oh, hoity-toity.
As a 12-year-old, I believe. I have no idea why we were there.
Oh, your dad's a spy. That's why you were there, right?
No, he'd be a terrible spy.
No.
Shout out to my dad. Shout out to Brian Morris, 85 years old today.
The fact that you think he would be a terrible spy probably makes him an excellent spy.
No, unless he's faking being drunk. In which case...
Maybe he is.
More power to him.
Yeah. I've been faking being sober for quite some time. It is an achievable dream.
It's a challenge. It's a challenge.
Look at me. Hank. Look how sober I am.
Sober as a judge.
I like this California sober idea.
Yeah.
Where you can just be gooned out of your mind on whatever you want. Never touch the stuff.
No, booze. No.
Yeah. I can't drink any Bud Lights. With the transphobia and everything. That was the thing. Last week we got a lot of attention for. I don't know if we necessarily defended the father with the girl washing their hands and the old man yelling at them in the bathroom.
Did the internet was the internet divided on that?
Not really. Everybody is kind of like they agreed with the idea of. I think everyone's getting sick of people not minding their own fucking
MYOB.
business.
Are you looking for your beeswax? Because none of it is over here. Get out of here.
I think that's what it is. Now, I will say the comments also added a lot more context than we had. Apparently, the reason why the old man was upset was his wife was in a wheelchair outside, and she wanted to go to the bathroom, and it's like, hey, if you're a woman in a wheelchair, trust me, you've had to wait for the bathroom before.
Yeah, it's not like your legs are getting tired, Gladys.
Yeah, it was just one of those things where I thought, generally speaking, everyone's like, kind of matter of fact, like, why is this a problem?
I mean, most of the time when you hear about someone getting mad about someone using the wrong bathroom, they have they're just wrong.
Yeah.
They're like, look at this, that's a man. It's like, no, that's just a homely woman.
The idea that there's a right or wrong place to pull your pants down and let shit come out of your ass.
Just everyone's using a stall. Like if a woman is standing at a urinal, I would definitely look twice. If she's hiked up her skirt, I'd be like, well, that's something you don't see. Like I've definitely done.
Especially she's got the hands behind the head, just doing the full lean.
I've done shows with drag queens before. And I've had to help like lift up like drag queen outfits so that they can use the urinal.
Yeah,
But
you're
they're like, well,
holding up like
Yeah.
3 pounds of chiffon.
It's like, but that is not a lady. That is a man dressed as a clown who I'm helping pee. It is fine. But again, it doesn't like. Oh yeah, people just want to pee.
Well, I just think, I think the half-life on trans as a target is, I think all of these targets aren't lasting as long as they used to. I mean, like people using gay as the thing everybody was supposed to be scared of. Gay marriage, they managed to get that. I mean, it was like 20 years they talked about gay, everything gay. But then all of a sudden it was like they brought up gay marriage as an issue, and I don't know, you guys are like the most organized lobby in the world, because it seemed like bing, bang, boom, you managed to get legislation. I mean, certainly in Canada, we squared it away pretty quick. Canada's
a little more laid back. I mean,
I don't think it's just that we're laid back. I think our government's more responsive to people screaming.
But I mean, it was like the 60s or 70s when Trudeau was saying OG Trudeau, that the state has no business in the bedrooms of the nation. And I'm like, you don't.
What's incredible is how that line is that, because he said...
He was talking about some hooker that he was with. I don't
think Canadians want the government in their bedrooms.
Yeah.
Which was a great way of phrasing it, because it wasn't about him. It was about all of us. And the idea that, why is the government...
What are you doing there?
Yeah, exactly. Why does it have any
Why
business?
is your hand there?
Now the church, and
Do you know this woman?
But I think it was also effective because the church is in a constant state of what's going on in there.
Yeah, what are you guys doing?
What's going on in there? You're not supposed to be doing that in there. And so as a result, it was like, it just rang true for everybody, and that's what got abortion rights in Canada.
Yes.
And I think as well, I agree.
Every time I have an abortion, I'm just like, thank goodness I live in Canada.
Every time.
I'm
so tired of throwing myself down the stairs.
Honestly, these coat hangers do not pay for themselves.
No, and I'm pretty sure I'm putting them in the wrong hole.
Yeah.
Okay, so the other big news...
Not even touching that.
And I thought this was actually pretty big news. I don't know if we've made an announcement. This is a Canadian military issue.
Okay.
I don't know if we've made the announcement about the jet planes yet. But we did just announce that we're buying our radar systems from the Australians.
They're all going to be upside down. How are they going to work?
Well, you just flip it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you just flip it. It's like there's a button you can push and the selfie isn't mirrored anymore.
Oh, that's right.
Which, by the way, if you're taking selfies of yourself in the bathroom or whatever, flip it around.
Flip it around.
Flip it around. It already looks, ladies, you're a beautiful woman. Why are you standing in front of a row of toilets to take a picture of yourself?
It's hot.
It's not hot.
It's hot.
It's not hot. No.
Right.
Take a picture of yourself on the toilet. Getting warmer anyway. It's getting warmer. It might not be hot, but at least it's getting warmer.
Body temperature.
That's not big in your community? Hey, just guys pooping?
Guys pooping? I don't know. I think there's probably more guys into pee.
Yeah, I would think everybody. I would think.
But I think that's universal.
Yeah, I would think that's universal. Just ease of moving on.
It's there.
Yeah,
I got to get rid of it anyways. If you're excited about it, more power to you.
I'm in a constant state of trying to get rid of my pee.
Not a fan.
But I just thought it was interesting that we're not buying the American system.
No.
And I think probably my hope is that we're actively looking to buy things elsewhere.
We seem to. I mean, there was a little bit of. I mean, stupid Ford seems to have thought that we're all in love with America again. It's like, no, we're still annoyed with them, and they're still not a reliable trading partner. So let's continue to look elsewhere. I realize they're right there, so it's convenient.
Yeah.
But in this day and age, everything's right there.
Well, Ford is
an idiot.
Well, he's an unpopular...
Did you go to Ford Fest? Did you get your hot dog?
But he's an unpopular guy who's managed to do just enough popular things to keep him there.
It's not even that he's doing
Nobody
popular
really-
things. It's that everyone is so disinterested in provincial politics that,
Well, that's part of it.
that nobody turned
But
out to
that's-
vote.
But that's part of it. But he's also
And the left votes always get splits, and then we end up with
he does a very good job of responding to massive immediate attention by making himself a positive part of it from
Folks.
ours. Well,
Folks.
running that ad in the States with Ronald Reagan's speech, taking the booze off the shelves, threatening them. At the time he did that, he got a lot of people who fucking hated him to cheer him on. Right? I don't really like the guy, but I was cheering on what he was doing. I wish it was someone else. Like, I think the conservative premiers right now don't seem to be very popular people.
no, but they're all in
the places that they're from.
But they keep getting voted in.
Well, Danielle Smith is a conservative. She's in Alberta, so it's like 3 different shades of conservative you have to choose to vote for. There.
None of that makes the slightest bit of sense to me. What's going on in Alberta?
Well,
I just this is a cultural difference because I do not understand. There's a lot of politicians I don't agree with, and I'm like, okay, I understand why someone would vote you in. I do not understand why Danielle Smith.
she's a stooge
as a career.
She's a stooge for the oil companies. They all are in Alberta. All the conservative governments are just straight up stooges for the oil companies, and to a large part, that means America.
Yeah,
Because most of the larger oil companies in Alberta are actually American companies. Operating
no
in Canada.
BP, British Petroleum.
I'm
Yeah.
sure British Petroleum. I'm sure it's not called
Which
British
is-
Petroleum.
well,
I'm sure
none of
it's
that
a shell
petroleum
of a shell of a
ever-
shell of a shell company.
Shell.
Yeah, Shell. Yeah, I'm sure it's a
Yeah.
shell of a shell company. Yeah. All of the. I mean,
None of that petroleum is British, anyways.
well, that's the thing. Is
It's all Arabian.
it's like the British Museum.
Yeah.
British
It's-
Petroleum.
there we go. We
British
came full
Museum.
circle.
Yeah.
None of this
exactly.
is yours.
Essentially, if the word British is in front of it,
Who'd you steal it from?
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless it's followed by the word damp.
Where did you get that bulldog?
Where did you get that bulldog?
Yes.
What did it run into?
Yes, although I will say the British bulldog does seem like a very British animal. It's short. It looks like it suffers terribly from inbreeding,
Yeah.
and it can't function very well in the natural world, and that pretty much sounds like a Brit.
Yeah. They also cannot reproduce naturally very well, and all have to be born by C-sections because their heads are too big.
And that's just the breeding has gotten
Yeah.
out of hand.
Yeah, because we're stupid.
Now, is that
We
why?
are dumb.
I wonder.
People love animals that can't breathe. They're like, look how adorable it is. Look, it's struggling
Yeah.
to breathe every single
the-
day. I
the-
love it. It's so cute.
the pugs with their tongues and whatnot. It seems. I'm assuming the dog is a happy animal.
No, I
but
did
it doesn't
surgery on a
feel.
pug.
It doesn't feel like a happy animal to me.
No, I mean their brain's the size of a peanut, so there's
Oh, so they don't know how
they don't really,
miserable life
they don't really
is.
know what's going on. But I did surgery on this pug once and left its breathing tube. But like normally as they wake up, like you pull their breathing tube out because otherwise they freak out and chew on it. But this pug was like, oh my god, no, leave it
finally
in.
getting air.
I'm finally getting air. So we had to just someone sit with this dog fully recovered, just be like, yeah, for like 3 hours. And then finally I'm like, you got to go home. I'm going to pull the tube out and pull it out. And he goes back. I'm like, okay, at least you had 3 hours of bliss.
I will say the first night
Enjoy
that I had
the rest of your life.
my little snoring mouth guard in, I will say that I was surprised. Like, oh yeah, I could actually feel that breathing's a lot easier.
Well, all the oxygen is coming in.
Well, at least more of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, more of it for sure.
Maybe that's why you leave the window open when you're in the car just to force air into your face.
Yes, it's my own little.
This will keep me awake.
It's my automotive CPAP machine.
Yes, a
I
little-
create positive pressure to force the air into my body.
Physics.
Physics.
Oh,
exactly.
physics is better than diet and exercise.
Okay, so we've got Canada Day coming up, July 1st. Yes.
Mhm.
Do you have any traditional plans that you do on Canada Day?
No.
Have you had any interesting Canada Days?
I've had. I mean, when I lived in Ottawa, we would go down to Parliament Hill. We'd look at the fireworks because they were
Yeah.
great. But
Yeah,
then you
there's-
have to wade through a million people on the.
Oh, is it a big?
Oh, yeah,
to-do?
yeah.
Well, I know they do a concert.
Yeah, it's yeah. I mean, the nice thing about living in Ottawa is because it is the capital, you do get the best stuff. So
yeah,
like,
Ottawa swings way above its weight for stuff going on
so
in
you're like,
town.
all right, this is fantastic.
Yeah,
But
considering the size of Ottawa, it's got like 6 stadiums. It's got all the museums. It's you can tell that government has been spending more money than they should be on
Yes.
Ottawa.
But otherwise, I don't really do much on Canada Day.
No,
No.
Have you ever had Canada? Have you ever celebrated Canada Day outside of Canada?
Oh yes, very much, very mucho.
Do you have any highlights?
A T-shirt. It was a very. It had a giraffe on it, and all the spots were maple leaves.
Well, that's kind of
So it
neat.
was in Canada Day in Zimbabwe. Good times.
I did Canada Day in Belgium once.
Canada Day when you're not in Canada is fun because I'm never more like nationalistic than when I'm not living in Canada.
But it was just my brother and I.
Oh,
And we were traveling together. We were in Bruges,
of course you were.
in Belgium, which is an absolutely beautiful city. It's like one of the cities in Europe that neither side bombed the shit out of. So it still exists as a beautiful
Like
little
we didn't have
city.
to rebuild anything.
It looks like, I don't know if you've ever seen, it's just
Please enjoy your fries with mayo.
cafes, stone walkways, rivers rolling through town. Like
Gorgeous.
it's straight out of central casting, as Mr. Trump would say. It looks like beautiful European town. Boom, Bruges. But we went out, my brother and I just went out to, have a few drinks and whatever, and people always ask you where you're from, and if they're nice, otherwise they just assume I'm American.
Yeah.
But they asked, and we said we were Canadian, and we were celebrating Canada Day, and they were like, "Yeah, it's like our national day.
It's like our day.
America has July 4th, Canada is July 1st. It's the day we officially became a country." And they're like, "Oh,
Yeah, they had a revolution. We signed some paperwork.
turns out the Canadians had freed Bruges during the Second World War."
Yeah, it's like going to the Netherlands. They're like, oh, Canadian. Oh, yeah.
And we didn't pay for another drink all night.
Yeah.
Like they fed us, they got us hammered, they had us tell stories about Canada, which I'm sure they had very little interest in, and had no.
There was a dog. He was little. He was called the littlest hobo.
Exactly.
And he would
And
solve
every
crimes.
every week he'd meet a new kid. It was all above board. It was all above board. It wasn't
fine, 'cause
creepy
It was
at
a
all.
dog. It was fine.
And so, and yeah, that was a really good Canada Day.
That's fine.
Yeah, just outside of Canada, and people just lighting up like a Christmas tree, like, "You're Canadian. Oh, yeah, your grandfather probably saved my grandfather," type of thing.
Canada Day in Moscow was fun because I had to go to the McDonald's and get ice.
Ooh, that was because
That
when McDonald's went to Russia, it was McDonald's Canada.
it was McDonald's Canada. So we used to get food from McDonald's all this. Like we had like hamburger buns. we would have cheese.
It
And
was
just
the
like a
most
big-
reliable place
big-
to get Western food.
We just got we would get some staples from McDonald's as part of our regular grocery run.
You'd buy it like as groceries.
Yeah. I mean, like, I want some lettuce and some cheese and some buns. And they're like, okay, great. But I was sent to get ice. So I was like, I learned the phrase for I'm
McDonald's.
from the embassy. Give me your ice.
We used to do that for our fraternity. Is we'd go by McDonald's and we'd say we were wondering if we could get ice. It's for a charity event.
This
You always had
was
to explain
official
it was
government
because they would
business.
never give you ice unless it was for a charity event. They would always tell you to go fuck yourselves. But you get 2 students, right? 2 guys from the fraternity, and dress shirts, dress pants, dress shoes.
Hello, we're Mormons.
The organizers of our charity event forgot to buy ice.
Do you guys have any ice?
Can you please save us? And then they would help you. But you always had to paint like a clean cut picture of yourself, and then you had to paint a desperation story of somebody else
Please?
fucked up and I'm trying to save the night.
No, this was just
Please help
me
me
and some
save.
very bad Russian just wandering down the street to the McDonald's and
With a garbage can.
with
Fill it up with ice.
Can you fill in some with ice, please? We got to
Yeah.
go out to the dacha and eat some shashlik and have a good time.
I understood
These are
3 of those.
words.
3 of those words.
Dacha would be like the cottage the embassy owned.
Yeah,
like a little cottage.
that one I understood. But
And
what
shashlik
you
is
were
like
drinking or eating
kebabs, like a
Kebab.
a meat. Yeah,
meat on a
So
stick.
it's like their meat on a stick. Yeah,
I love
delicious.
meat on a stick.
Delicious. Everyone's meat on a stick is yummy.
Yeah.
Even if the meat in question is questionable.
It is.
Sometimes I don't want to know what the meat is, but I'm still going to eat it.
I don't mind if I taste it,
Like, I don't want to see feet or faces.
and I'm unsure of the taste, I might inquire as to what the meat is. But if I taste it and I'm enjoying it, I got no interest in knowing.
I don't want to see any feet. I don't want to see any faces. I don't want to try and like put together what this meat might have been.
Feet should, by the time it's getting to the point where I'm about to put it in my mouth, the feet should be gone from the equation, because
they're not always gone.
There aren't any edible feet on any animal. Name an animal where you're... And don't say chicken feet. No,
chickens?
Chicken feet are about...
Pigs? Have you never had a nice trotter?
No.
Nice pig's foot? You never had a pig's foot? Oh, my God.
I've never had a pig's foot. I never will have a pig's foot. Why would you...
We get this on special occasions.
In our world of abundance, in our Western world of abundance, how desperate am I that I'm eating a fucking pig foot?
They're fatty and greasy and piggy and full of collagen.
So's the belly.
Yeah.
So's the belly.
And
it hasn't been standing in shit for its entire lifetime. It's been hovering above
you like blow it off first. You like do a little like meh. Yeah.
No,
you've never had trotters.
No.
And you've never had... I haven't had a chicken foot. I have asked what the appeal is, and they're like, if you like gristle and like...
It's something to chew on.
Okay.
It's something
but
to chew on.
Yeah, I've had lots of feet.
Really?
Yeah.
No. Feet are no good.
All right.
Feet should not be part of the meal.
Snouts? You've never had a face? You never had some delicious head cheese? You've never had to like peel off a nose? Be like, oh, the nose is the best part. Like we give the nose to the the guest of honor.
I think I've had beef cheeks before.
Delicious.
Those were good.
Yeah.
And that was one of the ones that I knew it was beef, and then I found out it was beef cheeks after.
Yeah, the cheek is good.
It was a very tender. It was a very small, tender piece of meat. Yeah, it was very delicious, but it was still beef. And so in my mind, it's
be like this is fine. You're not a tongue man. You're not a
the weirdness of the part is kind of offset by the regularness of the animal.
I mean, it is kind of weird where you're like, I'd like some ribs. Like when you can point to yourself, be like, I'd like some cheeks and some ribs. Like I would like these parts. It's always a little weird to me.
Have you ever pointed at your foot and said, "Huh? How about a big old tray of that?"
But it was like I would like a T-bone steak. Like I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not entirely sure which. Oh, it's back. It's always back. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, that's one of the good meat is.
On the back?
Yeah, I would eat your back.
On the haunches. My back would be delicious.
Your back would be great.
My back would be delicious. It would be like Wagyu.
Would be great.
Heavily fatted.
I would want you to loofah it right before you died.
What?
Your back.
My back?
Yeah, if you could make sure it's well loofah'd.
I loofah'd it this morning.
Because there's...
Yeah, in preparation for the big program.
I am a little peckish. I'm not going to lie, Chuck.
I wanted to have my post-loofah glow.
And it's working.
Yeah, you didn't notice, but still,
I didn't.
That's fine.
That's fine. I can't lie. I can't lie to that
anyway,
face.
We were talking about Canada today. America's having their big July 4th grand spectac.
Quincentennial.
Is that what it's called? I don't know.
It's one of the names.
There's a 50.
Yeah, so half of a quincentennial.
2 centuries and a bump.
Yeah,
but I found out why this has become such a shit show. The reason why is because, as with almost everything, it seems, in America now, Donald Trump has decided that it's his job if he thinks he wants to be his job.
Yeah, right? He wants to make it about him.
He's the decorator of Washington, D.C. Yeah. His pictures are up everywhere. He wants to be the chief of police. He wants to be the mayor. He wants to be the guy who's in charge of the park service, painting the reflecting pool. All the jobs except, the one that he should be doing, which is, being president. Yeah. I started the war. Somebody else, I'll send my real estate guy over to Iran. I'm sure he can bang out a deal in a couple of weeks.
I got a real good closer.
My son-in-law. Have you met my son-in-law? He'll take care of the whole thing. Just
give him a bag of money.
I do like the fact that the Armenians, is it the Armenians, were his daughter's trying to steal their land and build a resort? Albanians. I do like how the Albanians have more effectively shut down Trump's corruption.
Yes.
Albania is doing a better job of shutting down Trump than America is. They're all just sitting there with their mouths hanging open going, can you believe he's doing all of this? The Albanians are like, we should probably head out in the street.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe do something about it. Yeah. And so it looks like they're going to get shut down because the European Union is like, hey, we're not going to let you in if this goes through, and you don't open up your books about your corruption. And so now they're like, one giant payoff from the Trumps, or because I'm sure the only reason they did it is they wanted to get into Trump's good books, right? They're hoping that somebody's going to drop a couple of $1 billion in their laps.
I don't know why they think his books are good though, because anyone who tries to get in with him gets shafted. But everyone gets shafted.
Everybody, yeah, but some
like for
people,
a while it's good.
No, but some
for
people,
a while it's okay.
Some people
but then
make
you'll
out
get
pretty
shafted.
good. Whoever's making the Trump Bible is making good money. Yeah. Now, I'm sure they're giving more profit to Trump than he's probably entitled to in a standard deal. But still, you're moving Bibles, right? If you got to move your Bible, as flawed as he is, I can't imagine a better salesman for your Bible in America than Donald Trump right now.
Just open it up and it's like there he is.
Well, I mean,
then the next page,
I'm
tiny
sure,
picture of Jesus.
I think Donald Trump would do a better job of selling Bibles in America than Joel Osteen, and Osteen reads from it every fucking day, right? Just because Osteen his smile's a little too big and he's got a bit of a perm going on. Not that Trump he doesn't have his own hair issues.
Oh yeah, don't get me started on hair.
Osteen just has that smiling too hard at me.
Yeah, but we are. I mean, I look at some of these guys. Who's that one Copeland guy who like looks like a demon? I was like, why does anyone?
Kenneth Copeland.
Yeah,
Kenneth Copeland. Well, because he talks about demons a lot.
Anyone giving this man money?
Because he is
terrifying.
Very representative of the kind of guy that people listen to every Sunday. Oof. The pastors. They've got two economies that I don't understand in America. The religion economy, where like people like as their way of life, they're a pastor.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. And the other one is the law enforcement. They have a law enforcement.
I don't understand how you vote in a sheriff.
Culture.
I don't understand. I don't quite understand what a bail bondsman is.
Well, bail bondsman, he's just making money on the courts.
Yeah, I do not understand 90% of how America works.
Well, it's.
But voting in a sheriff seems like a weird thing to do.
How do we take the day-to-day things that you need to have a society and make them profitable?
How can we make money off of this?
Yeah. How do we capitalize on our government, and then not realizing that government's kind of the opposite of capitalism because
government should not be making money.
There's no profit in it.
No,
it's a loss leader. You're always going to be losing money.
We're going to run this place like a business. Please don't do that.
No, don't do that at all.
That's a terrible idea.
Yeah, it's the opposite.
Not how I want my government to work.
Every time I see, like when people were pitching Donald Trump as, well, he's a good businessman, and maybe that's what we need
also
in government as a businessman.
Like not a good businessman. If you wanted to get a good businessman, I would have picked anyone other than Donald Trump.
I'd rather Warren Buffett run the country.
He'll tell you he's a good businessman, which some people see as being good business.
He'll also tell you he weighs 236 pounds or whatever, which is...
On the moon he does.
Well, I think clearly, if he's sitting in a chair and his legs are suspended or something...
Whee!
Yeah. He just... it bothers me because I weigh more than 236 pounds. And
you're not the president of anything.
I'm not the president of anything. But,
sitting there with your tasty back.
What happened with the July 4th thing is initially, because everyone's like, why is this a political thing? It's a government July 4th celebration.
There's two competing...
That's the thing.
There's America 250.
America 250 is the thing that like the government created to put together the celebration. You're going to go out, you're going to hire some acts, you're going to put up some bunting, you're going to organize the parade.
Red, white, and blue, apple pie.
Approve the vendors, hire some Italian guy to do fireworks for you. And then, seeing that, the government's spending a lot of money on this, they created, you know what it's called?
Freedom 250.
Freedom 250, which essentially is now you're just stealing the government money and making it it's part of one of his PACs or something.
It's so dumb.
All it was is dumb. Every single time he sees a pile of money going out the door, he's wondering how he can make it his pile of money.
Not in my pocket. I mean, when Milli Vanilli, or what's left of Milli Vanilli, drops out.
I don't know if it's Milli or Vanilli, but one of them's dead.
Yeah.
And
the other one won a Grammy. Finally.
How do you go about hiring an act who's really the only thing they're known for is the fact that they didn't sing their music.
Yeah. Although I did just listen to a podcast on Milli Vanilli, and they were done dirty.
Oh, they were duped.
It was they were not like it was like those jerks. They were kind of screwed
that it
over.
was their music.
Yeah.
And
they signed a bad deal.
Everybody's first deal is a bad deal.
They signed a very bad deal, and then there was nothing they could do about it except just all right.
Enjoy the ride.
Let's just lip sync. Let's have a good time.
Well, not just. I mean, you may as well at that point. I mean, the checks are still rolling in.
Checks
You're
are rolling
not
in.
going to walk away from it. But yeah, so the reason why it's political is not for any other reason than Donald Trump saw an opportunity to make money and therefore made it political.
And now we get Kash Patel's girlfriend singing the national anthem at the Freedom 250 rally.
What's her name?
Her name is Alexis Wilkins.
That sounds made up.
It does sound made up.
And it probably isn't. Wilkins isn't a name you'd pick. That's her name.
It must be her name.
Yeah, Alexis. That could be. It could be. Her name could have been Alice.
I just love how, like, as soon as she announced that she was singing, and she got very offended that people had something to say about it. It's like, yeah,
these are the same people that are offended. You know that. Oh, what? You don't think he's supposed?
I earned this.
You don't
like. Okay.
Yeah, what? My boyfriend's not allowed to come visit me in Las Vegas? Well, no, not
with
when
the Secret Service.
Not when it costs $280,000 to get him there.
You're not so special that you need the Secret Service following you around. And the fact that I had to look up your name, Alexis Wilkins.
I mean, I can understand why Kash Patel is flying to Vegas every weekend, because he doesn't strike me as the kind of guy who's had a regular girlfriend for much of his life.
No.
And so now that he's
not one that was conscious.
Well, now that he's got some riz, I mean, you know, despite the fact that he looks like a fool, he drinks like a fool, and he's not very good at his job.
J. Edgar Boozer.
But he's still the director of the FBI.
I know, but in the same way that, like, I'm the director of the FBI.
Yeah, but he's... I mean, that's why he's, you know, he launched his bourbon and, like, he's launching all his products, because none of these people actually want the job.
No. They just want the title.
Yeah, they want the title.
It's like, I can sell this.
The only one of the whole operation I actually completely respect is, and I always get his last name wrong, but it's Dan Boingione.
Didn't he get
Dan
the boot?
Boingino? No, he didn't. He did.
Or they created a different...
No. Pam Bondi. Was Pam Bondi got the boot. What's her name? The pretty girl on a horse, covered in makeup, killing puppies. Christy Nome. They got rid of her, and then they appointed her to some horse shit
Is that her Wikipedia page? Pretty girl on a horse shooting puppies.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
That sounds like a Jeopardy question.
Those are the only 3 data points you need to really fucking lock her down. Botox, dead puppies, pretty girl on horse.
Face melting on South Park.
Well, she spent something like $400 million getting pictures of herself on a horse in front of Mount Rushmore to help promote Homeland Security. I feel secure. Do you feel secure?
I feel very secure.
I feel $400 million shy.
I still have to take my shoes off at an American airport, but that's fine. I feel very secure.
That's what bothers me, is there's no consistency as to when I do or do not have to take my shoes off.
I don't care. I just do what they tell me to do. What do you want me to do? Like,
I do the same
when
thing.
the people fight with them, I'm like, why are you fighting?
No.
They're not going to let you through unless you do all this stuff. What do I have to do? 10 jumping jack? Sure.
Usually when
let's go.
I'm about 10 people away from the tray that I got to put my stuff in. I've already got my laptop in my hand.
There needs to be a different airport for people who travel all the time. There needs to be a we travel once a year airport, and then we travel all the time airport. At least a different security so that we don't get screwed up.
That's the incentive to getting yourself like certified traveler.
That's so annoying.
Are you a certified traveler? No. You have to do an interview out of the airport. All sorts of stuff. I'm just kind of worried that they're going to ask me a question that, like, I want to be honest and open.
Oh, no, don't be honest.
And they're going to ask me a question that I do not want to answer honestly. That's really what I'm concerned about.
Oh, yeah, I would not let them know about this podcast. They're like, do you have a podcast? No.
I am worried now because I know that people have their phones checked.
Yeah.
And so I do worry. I mean, not that I'm planning on going down to the United States the next couple of years, and everything's going to be different in 3 years anyway. But I wouldn't want. I mean, I've said some terrible things about America on the internet, and they're still out there.
Now, what I do when they're like, "Can we look at your phone?" I'm like, "What are you, a perv? You want to look at my nudes? Okay." And then I open up all my nudes and I give them my phone, and I was like, "There you go. That's what you wanted. Is that what you wanted? Is that what you wanted?"
And then what do they say? Yeah. And they
And
start
then they're like,
scrolling through.
hot. I was like, right? The lighting. That was a good bathroom selfie. I had just the right number of toilets in the background.
Yeah, I don't know. It still does mystifies me.
No,
why people do
I
that.
generally don't have issues at the border with
No?
this face.
No, same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing. Same thing. Ride program, you get waved right through that.
Yeah.
I just look like a citizen.
Yeah.
It helps to
Usually,
look a
I
citizen.
cheers them.
Yeah.
as
I don't
we
know.
go.
I don't
Like,
drink.
hey.
I mean, there are times I have been pulled over before when I haven't been drinking, but there was probably more THC in my bloodstream than that would have been recommended.
It's my favorite thing about small town shows. They're like, "Oh, drink with us." I was like, "I can't. I drove." They're like, "Yeah, but like that doesn't mean you can't drink." I was
Yeah.
like, "I know that you guys do this all the
Means
time,
you can't get completely hammered.
but I can't do it."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, okay." What are you, some sort of queer? I'm like, "Yes, established in my act." And they're like, "Oh yeah, we forgot about that."
I've done shows, particularly rural shows, where everybody in the crowd's drinking to the point where, like, as I'm on stage, I'm looking around like, is anybody here not drinking?
Can you guys give me a head start?
Because everybody drove here.
Yeah, just give me a head start. That's all I want. Like, let me know.
Usually, there's one or two. It's almost 98% of the time it's the wife, right? There's like 3 or 4 wives that are like gonna have to get half the town home, just because everybody else is just pounded. I mean, those are the gigs where like I get off stage and I'm like, we got to get out of here before the fucking crowd hits.
Absolutely,
the cars.
before these truck nuts hit the road.
I did a gig in fairly northern Ontario where everyone was told there will be a ride program on the road after the show.
It will be here.
Because the previous year,
Everyone take a left.
everybody had driven home and everybody was hammered, and somebody drove into a tree. Nobody got hurt, but somebody, and so the cops just told them, "Hey, we're going to set up a ride program outside that comedy show this year because we don't want anyone driving into a tree." And so they just told everybody they're going to be checking. And sure enough, we pulled out of the gig. There was a cop there, and he was just waving everybody through. It was just one of those things where we're going to throw the lights on, and anybody who is drunk's going to fucking find another way home.
My favorite ride program is still leaving Elliott Lake, and it was like 9 a.m. on a Sunday. I was like, now there's a ride program?
Oh, yeah. These
And
are the
they're like,
people
yeah.
They
I'm
slept
like,
for 2
really?
hours, and they're going to drive home while they're still completely hammered. Oh, yeah, the northern technique.
It's a different culture.
I'll pass out in a chair in your living room and then wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and be like, all right, fresh as a daisy. Let's go."
Sober enough.
All right, time to go climb back into a mine. Yes.
Bliss.
So lots going on.
Lots going on.
Yeah. Plenty of headlines this week. So
Plenty of headlines, lots of distractions, lots of tangents.
I think we're working well with this format of like we have our little headlines we want to cover,
and then we
kinda
ignore them and move on.
and then we just kind of go wherever.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we talk about eating your back.
Eating my back.
It's going to be a popular clip. I feel it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's going to be confusing.
Yeah. If they were
Arousing.
serving it at a Chinese restaurant, it'd be like, oh, it's a fatty back. You're going to like this, my friend.
Let me get right back to the Chinaman talk.
Anytime I could use that accent. See, you ruined it by saying Chinaman. If I had just been, if it had been my Asian brother, that would have been fine. But you say Chinaman, and all of a sudden we're all horrible racists, as opposed to I'm just a guy who likes to say fatty back with a Chinese accent because it's inherently better.
Sure.
It's a fatty back.
Yep.
Right?
Absolutely.
Every time I say it, you laugh uncontrollably.
I do laugh because racism makes me laugh. Just casual, low key. I mean, I did love Walk with Yan growing up, but
I love that show so much.
Yeah.
Right? And now, even if you put that show back on TV, I think that alone would be right. People would complain.
He would be canceled. That like he feels like a caricature.
Exactly. He's
he
making
was
fun
dancing
of him.
for us.
Hey, he's just a Chinese guy living in Vancouver trying to make money cooking walk food.
And he's like, this is what they seem to like. It certainly makes that gay guy laugh all the time.
He had a restaurant in Vancouver where, like, the TV show was an extension of his restaurant. I loved him. Mainly because it was on like CBC at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so it was on after school. So
and he had those hilarious aprons. I was just tuning in for the jokes, man.
Yeah. Walk this way. Yeah.
Walks up, Doc.
Walks up, Doc.
So many classics.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And people, somebody got paid to write that. Somebody put their kids through college ironing letters onto an apron.
I just want to know which one they showed him one day, and he was just like, bah, like could not handle it, pushed himself back for the table. It's like, that's the one. That's the funniest one.
That's the best one.
All right, Chuck, where can people find us?
People can find us right here, wherever you found us already.
Yeah,
'Cause
you
technically
found us.
speaking,
How are you
you've already
listening to
found
this?
us if
Yeah.
you're seeing this.
It's the end of the podcast. If you
Yeah.
haven't found us by now, you've just been listening to silence.
Yeah. Or you've inadvertently come across it and we haven't done a station ID during the program so that you don't know what it is, and now you're waiting to the end to find out what it is. Well, we are preparing to podcast.
We're preparing to podcast.
You can find us on YouTube at Preparing to Podcast.
Yeah.
You can find both Ted and I on pretty much every format. Dr. Ted Morris and Chuck B. Jokes. One word. Apparently, I have to point that out because I had a lady at my show on the weekend.
Chicks, man.
I said Chuck B. Jokes, and she typed it in, and she had left all of these spaces. I think she had spelled the letter B, B-E-E.
Oh, the worst.
She was probably watching that Texas truck with all the bees.
All
and
the
she
bees,
got a little confused by that. But anyway, that's where we are. That's where you can find us.
That's where you can find us.
And we'll be back here next week with another episode.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
I remember that.
Yep.